So in backpacking, we talk a lot about the gear that goes inside of your backpack and everything that you need to go on a backpacking trip. But what about the items of gear that you wear and are not inside of your backpack? That's what we're going to talk about today, and why I choose the various pieces of gear that I wear on my body while I'm hiking that doesn't go in my backpack. So let's talk first about the layer that you wear on top. And for me, the last several years has been some kind of sun hoodie, a really lightweight polyester shirt that is long sleeve and has a hood. Having a thin, lightweight polyester hooded shirt like what I'm wearing right now, which is the Outdoor Vitals Altitude hoodie. You've got something that's providing sun protection, also bug protection, and it's so lightweight and thin that when I'm sweating, like the cool breeze dries it off super quick. And one of my favorite things to do with a shirt like this is I'll dip it on a really hot day into the water and then use that evaporative cooling as well. Okay, so moving top to bottom, let's talk about shorts, pants, and underoos. So the shorts are primarily, for me at least, something that strictly hot weather hiking, just to maximize the amount of airflow, just to not overheat as well. The only time that I would wear pants in the summer months or hot months is if it's a really buggy situation. A nice breathable, synthetic, quick drying pair of pants will make that less hot. Good pair of shorts, which I really love, the Outdoor Vitals Sawtooth shorts. And then for pants, my go-to is the Prana Brian pants, and both of those quick drying, got a little bit of stretch to them, very comfortable, and just work out super well. And then for underwear, I'm all about something that is pretty tight fitting and provides opportunity to breathe and dry out and everything super quick. And I really like the Sax brands for being a guy, but I know there's tons of different options out there, lots of different needs and things that people have. So that's more of a personal preference kind of thing, and do whatever works best for you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is footwear, and that has to do with the shoes that you're wearing and socks. But before we talk about shoes and socks, I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Sole. Now, Sole reached out to me recently and they were like, hey, we want you to check out our Footbeds. And to be totally upfront, I've never thought that insoles were something that I needed for my feet. As I've been using these Sole Footbeds, which this is the active fit in the thin model with a 0 drop from heel to toe, super comfortable. And I've been very impressed with what this footbed has actually provided for me in my hiking. Now, I use a standard type of low-cut hiking shoe like this Danner Trail 2650, and I've always thought that, like, man, my feet do actually get pretty tired at the end of a long day of hiking. And these Sole footbeds, and I know that there are a lot of insole and footbed type of options out there, but I've been very happy with the way that these footbeds have made my feet feel after a long day of hiking. It just aligns everything the way that it needs to be. It puts the right support through the arch of my foot, and there are a lot of different options for the Sole footbeds that if you've got plantar fasciitis issues, these will definitely help with that. They're designed to help with those kind of foot issues that you might have. And you can get them in different widths as well as plenty of different sizes for whatever size shoe that you wear. But they also come in different compounds. So this is an EVA foam in this compound, but you can also get a recycled cork. And what I love about this company as well is they are concerned about sustainability. They're concerned about their carbon footprint, and the materials that they're using are recycled and focused on reducing their carbon footprint. If you're interested in checking out some footbeds or insoles, I would absolutely recommend checking out Sole. They have actually made a big difference in my experience out on the trail compared to what comes in the shoe naturally from the factory. This has been a huge benefit for me for my time of using them. So now then, continuing on with the different types of shoes that you might wear. Shoes are a very, very much personal preference, and with all of the different options out there and the size and shape and arch style that you have of your foot, this shoe may not be the best option for you, but I really have loved the Danner Trail 2650 as a great trail shoe. This is my second or third pair that I've been kind of cycling through, and I really have enjoyed this as my primary shoe for hiking. Now, I've also switched up my socks game, and I have started using a new brand of socks, and don't hike as much as I used to in my Smartwool brand, but I'm using these Swiftwick Flight XT hiking socks. These come in different heights and such, but let me tell you what is really cool and fun about these socks. I like to hike in a tall sock personally. It just provides protection from stepping over logs and things, and keeps my ankles protected and such. But the way that this sock is designed that has actually made a big difference, especially when I'm walking in water, which I do quite often. They have a grip compound that is embedded into the sock that makes it so that the sock doesn't slide and move around inside of your shoe. Keeps things in place, and cannot say enough good things about the performance of that. But also up here around the ankle, you have different stitching and going in different directions that creates a lot of ankle support. And that ankle support, when you are hiking on different types of slopes or off-cambered angles and such, this really makes a big difference. And when you put this sock on, I'm wearing just a different color of the Flight XT, you can feel the sock putting tension and pressure around your heel, and it really is a very nice sock to be hiking in, and I've been very happy with the Swiftwick socks. The last thing I want to talk about has to do with wearables and how much of a game changer a GPS watch has been for my hiking. I ended up selling my Apple Watch 100% and going to the Garmin Fenix 7S, and this has been a very interesting watch for me to start using because I've been using the Suunto 9 Baro, which has a barometer in it, and I thought I really enjoyed the way that the Suunto functioned and how it was able to track and all of the features of it. But the Garmin has been way more of a upgrade, I should say, to the Suunto, and having a GPS watch, something that you're able to track and map and track your sleep when you're out on the trail, as well as see your heart rate, your steps, and just all of the things that this is able to do is pretty amazing. And I have loved the investment that I've made into the Fenix 7. It's a great watch, and I've been very happy with it. So an interesting thing about wearables like watches is Tayson, the founder and owner of Outdoor Vitals, and I were talking about how important a watch is. So I thought it'd be interesting to have him share his experience of why he uses a watch.
I started wearing a watch about a year and a half ago, and it has been a big game changer for me. Obviously there's some easy low-hanging fruit of what it provides on trail, such as allows me to turn off my phone at night. I can keep track of time, but also set alarms in the morning if I'm getting up, hitting the trail early. You can do navigating. I don't typically use navigating, but I do track my mileage on here. But the big one that's been super beneficial is tracking my heart rate and even pulse oxygen, basically your oxygenation in your blood. I use that a lot when I go to elevation, especially just watching your heart rate all day long is really good. It can help you notice if you're starting to get dehydrated, if your heart rate's climbing, or maybe if you're exerting a little bit too much. I got really fascinated with this when I got elevation sickness on a trip, and since then, watching that and monitoring that has been a really beneficial thing for me, and I never go on trail without my watch now.
Now, the last couple things to talk about just have to do with environmental factors, and that might be what you put on your skin or wear on your head to help protect you from different types of elements while you were out hiking. And that would be sunscreen, obviously, as well as bug spray. Obviously, we go into the backcountry and we get annihilated sometimes with mosquitoes and biting flies and things. And so having a good bug spray will make a big difference in just your experience on the trail. But then also having some kind of hat. I really enjoy just a standard type of ball cap like this, and it makes it so that my head is protected and I don't have to worry so much about the sun beating down on my face and everything, so I'm kind of protected that way, as well as a good pair of sunglasses. Sunglasses make a big difference for me in my experience, having something polarized that when I'm walking in like desert canyon creeks and such, I'm able to use the polarized aspect of those sunglasses to help me see the bottom of the river better, which makes a big difference for my experience that way too. Now, there are some additional gear items that you might consider while you're out on the trail. Maybe a mid layer that you would wear if you are in colder temperatures while you're out hiking, or you've got a rain jacket that you need to have access to. Those would also be wearable items that don't necessarily equal what is exactly in your backpack, but those items are less frequently what you have on you all the time, and so I'm not including them in this list. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video today. Leave your comments down on what are some of your favorite wearables while you are out on the trail, like your favorite base layer, or what shoes or socks or things that you prefer to wear. And I want to thank Soul again for sponsoring this video. Check out Soul. I've got links down in the description to see their footbeds and what they're all about. But appreciate you guys watching today. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hope you have an awesome day. See you later.